If a business, a unit of government, or an individual has an environmental issue, they're free to contact us. We're happy to provide an initial consultation to assist them. We first need to do a conflict check to make sure we can continue with the representation. Then we may enter into a consultation agreement where we can more fully assess their case, looking at the background, talking with them about the issues. And at that point, the client may decide whether they want to retain us on a longer-term basis for representation. Because environmental issues are so complex, I often work with other counsel, in-house counsel, other private attorneys who represent local units of government, to assist them on matters. We provide consultation, working as a team, and in certain cases, those attorneys will hand off those discrete matters for us to help them with. We're happy to provide those services. Hessian McKasy is a firm that's been around since 1917 in the Twin Cities. We are a small boutique firm that can provide advice on a range of matters, including business and real estate transactions and litigation, as well as environmental matters, my area of practice. We have a small group of attorneys who are very experienced and very knowledgeable. We're able to serve clients, we're nimble, we're responsive, we can bring experienced attorneys and resources to any problem. As an attorney who's practiced in the Twin Cities community for years, I feel it's important that I give back to the community, and I've been involved with a number of different community service activities. I serve now as the chair of the board of Eco Education, which is a nonprofit that works in public schools in the Twin Cities area. They work to expand awareness on environmental issues and assist teachers and students in learning about their community. That's been a wonderful involvement and participation for me to be involved with for the past 6 years. I'm also very active with our Minnesota State Bar Association. I've served as chair of the Environmental, Natural Resources, and Energy Law section. I've taught dozens of CLE classes to other attorneys on environmental topics. We also work with law students from the local law schools and help them, if they're interested in the environmental practice, to promote their interest in involvement in the field. I think it's important for attorneys to be involved in the community. We're privileged to be able to practice law, and to serve as leaders and be involved in the community is important to give back, because we live here, we care about not only the air, water, and land around us, but also the community, the neighborhoods, and how we're functioning. So I'm happy to be involved in various community activities. In serving clients, we first and foremost need to be a strong advocate for our clients. We have to understand what their problem is, what their issue is, and how we can help them. We need to understand their business and their personal concerns. Once we assess that, then we need to advise them of the law and tell them realistically how their case may turn out, what the risks are, what their liability is. In any representation, we need to be responsive to our clients. We need to be available 24/7 and respond to their questions and concerns. In representing clients, we always want to be transparent. We want to assess for them their case, but we also want to provide an assessment of the party on the other side of the table. Each case is different, and as attorneys, we cannot guarantee results. I would encourage viewers to look at the disclaimer on the bottom of this webpage for information about our representation. Recently, we handled a matter with the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency where they sought a large fine from our client. We were able to look at the penalty policies at issue, do some additional testing, and were able to mitigate the fine substantially for the client. In another case in Minnesota in litigation, our clients were facing penalties, a company and 2 individuals involved with that company. They were facing individual liability. It went to trial. We were able to win on most of the liability counts, and in the penalty phase, the court imposed a small penalty. That case was unusual. The court went an extra step and actually awarded our client its attorney's fees against the state. In the transactional area, we're often looking at environmental studies, and often clients will present reports, say the site looks clean, there shouldn't be any issues. When we dig deeper and work with the consultants on problems on sites, we found that sometimes the full story isn't told and there's more work that needs to be done. we've been able to advise clients to avoid risk and liability with certain purchases.